Hello and welcome. My name is Biagio Mazza. I'm Pastoral Associate here at St. Sabina's Parish in Belton, Missouri, and I'm here to welcome you once again to our Do You Know series. We are currently in the Easter season. We have just completed the Lenten season and moving into the Easter season. And in the Easter season, we would like to focus on the four symbols that are key to both Lent and Easter season, and that is the four symbols associated with the baptismal ritual and commitment. The four symbols are symbols of water, of light, of oil, and of garment. These four symbols are really crucial in the whole understanding of what baptism is about. Tonight, or today, we will focus primarily on the symbol of water. As we look at the symbol of water, we have to realize that all religious traditions use water in their ritual practices. Water is ultimately the source of life. Without water, we cannot eat, we cannot live, we cannot grow, we cannot sustain ourselves. In the rituals of the various traditions, there are four ways in which water is used. And I'm taking these primarily from a book by Gail Ramshaw called Treasures Old and New, Images in the Lectionary. And she proposes or suggests that the four ways in which water is used in most religious traditions, primarily for us as Christians, is to recall birth, to evoke death, to typify, if you want, renewal, and to suggest cleansing or some sort of washing. All these four aspects of water are used in our baptismal rituals and ceremonies. Let's start with the recalling birth. Baptism, by its very nature, is an immersion into the waters of baptism in which we die to our old self. We put away our old self and recommit ourselves or commit ourselves anew to living the way Jesus wanted us to. So in the waters of baptism, through the grace and through the power of God, we become new. We are born anew. We become new creations once more, dying to our old selves and rising anew in Christ. In the traditional way of doing baptism, we literally are immersed into the water in death and then rise to new life. So that is the combination of death and life. Water is a source of life, but as we all know, water can also be kind of the source of destruction. Look at Katrina and a number of other places in which death has been water has been the source of death and destruction. And this is the combination that of water, where it's a source of life and yet can also be a source of death. And Christ is the one who renews us in and through the living waters. And we are born, if you want, into the new waters of baptism. Water also evokes the sense of renewal. People, for example, go to the beaches, go to various water places to be renewed and relaxed and refreshed. So water renews us. And oftentimes we use the baptismal waters to renew our commitment to Christ. When we go into church and we sign ourselves with water, we are renewing our commitment to Christ that was done for us either as child or we committed ourselves to Christ as adults at our baptism. During the Easter season, for example, we are sprinkled with the waters of baptism so that we can be renewed again in our commitment to our own baptismal call. And finally, baptism is also typifies the sense of cleansing or washing of ourselves. We usually, in many traditions, cleansing and washing is used to prepare to encounter the divine. In Muslim tradition, for example, they wash themselves before prayer. the priest washes his hands before really beginning to consecrate the Eucharist and so on. So washing and cleansing is also a key component of water and what water is all about. All four, both at the Easter Vigil and throughout the entire Easter season, all four components of what water is connected with, new life, death, renewal, and washing and cleansing, all play themselves out in the rituals of the Easter Vigil and throughout the entire season. So I hope this clarified a bit of water and how water is used in our tradition, especially as it connects itself so powerfully with our baptismal call and commitment. I hope you'll come back to be attuned to more of the symbols, baptismal symbols that we use during the Easter Vigil. And I hope that this brief video on water has clarified some of the issues of why water is so significant in our tradition. Thank you.